Club
is a poker game. There's several modes that you can play. There's of course tutorial which will simply teach you how to play poker. Then there's a single player campaign where you play against AI and you go like from small tournaments to big expensive ones. Then there's an online of course, and there's also cross-platform to the Switch, Xbox, PlayStation.
Now, through all those different modes, you have 10 different types of Texas Hold'em tournaments. So if you really want to buff up your poker skills, you might know the basics, but there's a lot more variations out there that you can learn through this game. And as you're going through winning tournaments and winning matches, you do level up your character, which is pretty much just useful for cosmetics and adding to your character. But the important change happens when you reach level 5, because that's when you unlock the poker clubs that you can create with your friends, or try to join a club that someone else has created. And then you kind of go through tournaments and get rewards that you share amongst the members of the club.
And probably the highlight of this game that you can watch the table not only from top down, the table view, but first person, so you can look around and see the other characters' expression as well.
And this, surprisingly for a poker game, we have to talk a little bit about the graphics, because the developer was very proud to say that it has 4K 60 FPS ray tracing graphics.
Who cares on the poker game?
It's poker. And I'm not even sure, even then I didn't have the impression that the visuals were stunning. Like, the environments are nice.
Hands are nice.
Yeah.
The faces are problematic.
The faces are problematic because they fall deep into the uncanny valley. And that is actually a problem when you're playing, especially with AI opponents, but even with human opponents that are behind these kind of dead in the eyes dummies. Yeah, it is problematic, but we're going to get to that with our main question. Should you play it? But first, you should know that this game is going to be completely free from the Epic Game Store the week starting April 27th, 2023. You can add it to your library, keep it forever. And that is what we do on this channel. We play and review every free weekly game from the Epic Game Store. So consider subscribing so you never have to be bored ever again.
So I'm new to the poker, so I'm glad that the game taught me how to play poker, and there's so many different modes, and I can even play it solo, so all that is nice. I don't have much to say if it's better to play in person, but I feel like it is, because of course the expressions of the other characters are not so well done, and it can never replace the expression of the real people. And honestly, if I want to play this game online, I can find and Google just free online poker game without the visuals. It's not needed for me to play it, so I don't think I will recommend this game just for the visuals.
I think you really put your finger on something at the beginning. That, I mean, I like poker. This is an opportunity to play with people online. Maybe this was a really good idea during the pandemic for poker enthusiasts. But poker is a social game. There is this saying, if you're a really good player, don't play your hand, you play your opponent's hand. But that information about what your opponent is doing has to come through human cues and emotions and non-verbal signals that just do not exist in this game. Even if it's with a human player, the only cues you have is what they're doing with their chips. But the way that the animated figure is behaving tells you nothing, because it's random and repetitive and canned animation. So this is a real breaking point, because poker is a social game. This takes all of that away. I would say, if you can play with real people in person, you absolutely should do that. This is a really poor substitute and takes away some important parts of the game. It looks fine, it runs fine, it is poker, but it's not the same experience as real poker in person. So I'm also going to have to say, no, I don't give this a recommendation unless you're a really enthusiastic person about poker who can't go to in-person games very often.
If you like table online games, you should perhaps go more to chess game that we also reviewed, because it doesn't matter the expression on the other one while you play the chess. So that might be a better choice.
You can find the review for Chess Ultra that was free from Epic Games also right up here. And we hope you stay with us for lots more reviews of free games.
See you next time.
Bye.